Greetings, Minecrafters. It's a little G having a little drink right there. Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft episode, I hope. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I'm just thrilled to be here today. I'm thrilled to be here on this day. The leaves are finally starting to turn. Again, I think the trees are trying to give us a message here, a little lesson. I don't know, something with climate. I don't know, it's just weird that it's this late in northern Vermont, the 25th of September, and there's not as much color. Look at that one right behind me. Like, some of them are doing it, but the rest of them are having like a little sit-in or stand-in or something. I don't know. Anyway, so I wanted to talk today about how do I, for those of you that are, like, feel stuck, you know, like how do I start the positive momentum? How do I start the positive momentum? And this is a very good question, because we can be stuck in like, my job sucks. I don't have a partner, or I do have a partner and they suck too. And, or just, having a hard time, somebody sprained their ankle, it's not healing well enough. I can't have that. I don't have this. How do I start the positive momentum and really get my head in a better place? Well, here's the answer, right? You might say, oh, here she goes with the gratitude again. Of course, here I go with the gratitude again. Although, here's the thing. A little bit different approach when you are in a place of feeling really overwhelmed with what you don't have, or just really negative. And I'm not saying that with judgment at all, because, it happens. Because just, the thing to understand, again, is momentum, because we often use it. Like we say, oh, a snowball rolling downhill. That's usually meant with a negative connotation. And I've used it like that too. Catch it before it gets bad. It's building, rolling downhill, getting heavier and heavier and heavier. Well, momentum obviously can also be a good thing. And even with the snowball example, because the snowball rolling downhill and getting heavier and heavier and heavier, well, that can work really great if you're trying to make, like the best snow person ever, which up here in northern Vermont, we love to make snow people all over the yard, and that's what you want, is big heavy snow that rolls downhill. So it depends on the perspective, right? Okay, so here's how we start to get the positive momentum going. We start with being really, really general and have a conversation in your head. I mean, it's better to write it down. We've talked about the gratitude journal, but start really basic. If you feel like this sucks, that sucks, your health isn't good, your parents' health isn't good, you're having struggles with your young adult or your little kids, or you're overwhelmed and blah, blah, blah. Okay, start very generally if it's hard to find something to be grateful for. So right away, my default is eyesight, because I can't imagine, you're looking at these pretty trees right now, but I can't imagine not having that. I mean, think about it. You can't drive. There goes your freedom. I think of my youngest brother-in-law. I brought Brendan up because Brendan's amazing. He's visually impaired to the point of almost being completely blind, and obviously he's never been able to drive. That just limits things. I mean, just think about it. You don't have your freedom as a grown-up. It's just really hard. So think about that in the positive way. We can see everything, see these beautiful trees, see sunsets, see golden retrievers, see our partner's face, look in our children's eyes, drive, have, everything. So that's another one. Another one I actually think of, speaking of cars, is, when the vehicles are functioning, vehicles plural, then you're really blessed, right? Because you've got two. But if you've got one that's just working, not currently costing you money, you can get to and from public transportation. If you're in a major city, in the bus or the train, thankful we can get places. Thankful for the healthcare in the United States. Thank you for. It just goes on and on and on. If your computer's working, and these are all luxury, first world things. A lot of people obviously don't have vehicles and don't have computers at all. Running water, clean water, it just goes on and on. So to really think of some general stuff, your health, even like, oh, but I had a cold. Okay, well, I don't like colds either. It's actually one of my hardest things to deal with, because I feel like really claustrophobic with it. But a cold versus, cancer, not the same, So we can just try to really be general with, and just spew out gratitude. You want to spew out, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that. Even verbally. Writing's better, but verbally is good too. I'm grateful for this, my eyesight, my health, my spine is intact, my feet, my legs work, my feet work, my hands work, which means I can hug people because my arms work. I've got people in my life, even if some of them are are not the best people. I've got people who are good people, and those are who I can hold close. And rattle this off for 17 seconds. That's the key. 17 seconds. We talked about it before. We talked about it in a way of not harboring a negative thought for more than that, because then it's tougher to get rid of. Okay. Well, it's the same thing with rattling off gratitude for 17 seconds. You're going to be in a way better place right away. Right away. Right away. Right away. Okay. Then next, we want to stick with thinking about something that makes us happy, or somebody just gave us a compliment. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be big at all. But think of a happy memory. Somebody just did something. I said, gave you a compliment, did something nice for you, something good just happened to you, or you might have to go back a ways if things have been hard for you for a while, and then sit with that happy feeling. Sit with it. Maybe close your eyes. You can go out into nature like I'm doing right now, even if it's at Central Park or whatever, or some quiet place if you don't have access to that, and feel and let the good in. Compliments, and then try another one. Think of something that somebody said to you that was really nice about you, and sit with that feeling of goodness and what it felt like. Breathe in to feel that, because here's the thing. The brain loves patterns. Neurologically speaking, this is not touchy-feely. This is real. The brain loves patterns. The brain loves repetition, just like a 2-year-old. So if you're stuck, if you're in a place that feels stuck, and you're trying to start that momentum, you've got to think of it like rubbing 2 rocks together to make a spark to start a fire. You're at that stage, okay? So this is what we're doing with the rocks. We are rattling off the gratitude for 17 seconds. Then we are thinking a happy thought that's personal for you, where you felt good, so that the neurons are like, oh, hey, wait, I forgot that happy feeling. What is this? What is this feeling? Okay, all right. I'm not sure where she's going with this, but okay, all right. And that's how more happy is recognized. The brain can't recognize thoughts that it's not used to having, right? So we have to kind of, it's the starting the fire with a spark situation. Okay, and then the third one, if you want to start the momentum, to get out of your own head, this works really well, is to go out and do something for someone. Doesn't have to be huge at all. It can be holding open a door. It can be carrying something. It can be saying something really nice to someone you know, or preferably you don't know. Honestly, conscious acts of kindness with strangers, that, in my opinion, go even farther. I mean, kindness is kindness. Kindness is great, no matter, and also to non-human animals, right, G? Yes. Okay, so do something nice for somebody. If you can do it on a bigger level and spend an afternoon in a soup kitchen or something that's really, spreading the love and positivity out there, good for you. Any kind of volunteering. But even just something really small. Say something nice to the cashier at the grocery store. Ask them how they are, and it's something just genuine. And that when we do things for other people, there's a dopamine fix, which is great, right? That's the feel good, one of the feel good neurochemicals. And this maybe is the universe's way of keeping us, doing nice things for each other, because it feels good for us too. But the thing is, if we have to kind of break through that wall of stuck, we have to reintroduce the good and the happy, so that the brain recognizes it and looks and actively seeks out more. So there you go. 17 seconds of rattling off grateful thoughts, right? And allowing the feel-good feelings in by coming up with a memory or two. And lastly, doing something nice for someone. All right. Get the positive momentum going. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful Notch in northern Vermont. Have a mindful, happy day.